Shalom, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, as always, to the elect. And I want to go into this real briefly in the news, linking the things happening right before our eyes to the Holy Scriptures, all right, so that the elect, all right, can make sense of everything, all right, that's going on around them, all right, and not be tossed to and fro, all right, in these times where you're going to need to be rooted, all right, because the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath, as we've been telling you, and they're in a cahoots and in a rush to establish that fourth industrial revolution, all right, which is that new world order, all right, which is ultimately going to be a digital hub, all right, that they're going to pretty much set up, worldwide, okay, and you, the person, are ultimately going to have to change who you are, all right, your makeup, and merge it with technology to be on this grid, and gradually they're bringing you here. But this was an article that I saw on the peoplesvoice.tv, and I wanted to speak on it real quick. Lord willing, later on I'll go into this whole aspect in depth on the news and prophecy. I've seen the elder Ariala, all right, and the elder Require Quam went into it as well yesterday on Remnant Save 144 Ba. So you can check that out as well, the latest algorithm. Nikki Haley says internet users must be verified by Bill, all right, Gates digital ID for national security. All right, security, secure. All right, safety. All right, as many atrocities are getting ready to come down on the people. All right, as we've been showing you, they're talking about internet outages, the anti-SIM thing. Okay, and when that internet outage comes, however it comes, which they gave you a forecoming of it, of what happened in Australia, if you know about that. Pretty much they didn't have access to the internet, for some hours, some for a few days. Okay, and they're saying a storm is coming here to the United States that ultimately can, destroy the internet, all right, for months. You see, and pretty much that, amongst many other catastrophic events, are going to give them the go-ahead to implement all of these unrighteous decrees that they have prescribed. See, they write these laws into legislation, and they're waiting on events to happen that justify them coming down and promote and pushing them. All right, Nikki Haley. Now, something interesting I found out about this chick as I looked her up. Let's just go to a web search. And it may be nothing, all right, but her real name is Nimrod, and that's just reminiscent of Nimrod. All right, now I looked up, her name, Nimrod, or Nimrata, okay, and it means, benevolence, as a matter of fact, let's just look it up here this way. But I just thought that was interesting, that's what her name really is, Nimrata, which, it sounds like Nimrod. Okay, I could be just overthinking it or overlooking it. The name meaning, let's see here. Nimrata name meaning humility, all right, or benevolence. Okay, so that was just something I saw when I looked her up. I was like, all right, Nimrata, that does sound, sort of like Nimrod, although Nimrod means rebellion. But we know that these devils are leading a rebellion against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, so in order for you to use the internet in the future, all right, you're going to have to be verified, because social credit scores are coming. and much more that you're going to have to pretty much put yourself on this grid and enter into this beast system fully, all right, by having your digital ID, and everything will be tied to it, your internet, search history. And when it's all said and done, you'll have to have, access to get on the internet, access to get on these particular websites, access to even post. And if it doesn't meet up with their standards, as you're seeing happening, worldwide, you've seen what happened over there in Israel, where you had a particular lady post, pro, HAMAS, what they call rhetoric. They were able to take her to jail
for allegedly expressing. A Palestinian woman has been arrested in Israel for allegedly expressing support for terrorists on social media. Her case is the first after Israel passed a law to criminalize the so-called consumption of terrorist materials. Local police claim the woman's online status was pro-Hamas. Here is the moment she was apprehended.
عرض العنف والإرهاب الكشف عن الانتماء إلى منظمة إرهابية.
And this is why you have a lot of people, rebelling against Netanyahu, because there's some severe austerity measures already going on over there. They don't like the direction it's going. All right, which we show you that's proof the true people ain't over there. But, y'all should know that for sure by now. That shouldn't be even a doubt or whatever. Like, clearly, the true biblical Israelites haven't returned back to the Holy Land, all 12 tribes. All right, and them saying that they're the JEWs, all right, that's a farce. Okay, those are not the people, and this wouldn't even be going on if the true people were over there. Anyway.
Just moments later, her husband was also taken into custody. The suspects are among thousands of Palestinian citizens of Israel who have been arrested since the Hamas attack on October the 7th. The Israeli parliament passed the controversial bill on Wednesday. According to the law, a person can be imprisoned for up to a year for simply viewing online content that the government deems pro-terrorists. The legislation also allows the Israeli Minister of Justice to designate organizations as terrorists. We spoke with journalist and social activist Yusuf Haddad from Tel Aviv and Fatah activist.
So basically, she was supporting, liking content online, maybe posting content online. If you have the buzzword online, because the narrative is going to be people are being radicalized by online talking points online. What's online? The word is online, and this is where it's all going. Scriptures we always go into. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 59 and 14. Our courts oppose the righteous, and justice is nowhere to be found. This is why we need a savior. Truth stumbles in the streets. And as the scriptures say, leasing is now at hand. Leasing means lies. Lies really control the narrative. Lies are just freely spread. False information control the narrative. Pseudoscience. And these are the things that are being challenged and opposed by the truth. So the talking points of truth will be terroristic to everything that they have going on. Okay? And slowly but surely, these things are going to creep themselves, all right, over here to the Americas, where people have enjoyed the freedom to just say and do what they want, right? This is why it's going to be uproars. People are going to lose their mind when these type of measures come over here to the United States. Truth stumbles in the streets, and honesty has been outlawed. See? Honesty has been outlawed. Yes, truth is gone, and anyone who refuses evil is attacked. The Lord looked and was displeased to find that there was no justice. So this is why everything is hastening itself to World War III. Okay? Because that's going to be the war, all right, that ends all, that ultimately brings us into the kingdom of heaven. This battle isn't going to be fought with swords and bucklers and shields. This one's going to be fought with fire to establish the throne of David. Babylon the Great is getting ready to be destroyed. So here it is. They're now saying internet users, all right, which she sort of backed off when certain people challenged it, but they throw these things out there to let you know where it's going. All right. Everybody using the internet must be verified by name using digital identity technology because of threats. And artificial intelligence is only getting stronger. As a brother pointed out, they used to, AI used to, when we say our intro, all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they used to spell it wrong. Now AI has picked up on it. They're spelling it right. They're spelling it exactly how we spell it. You see? Because AI is ultimately going to be the way they govern this new world, to where there's really no way out. Another article, which is a term you should all become familiar with, and this is off of Who Dat website. You can see Infodemic. All right. And I'll go more into it, Lord willing. I have went into it, but pretty much an infodemic is too much information, including false or misleading info in digital and physical environments. So the digital would be what? The internet. Okay. The physical would be out in the world, out on the street corners or wherever environments during a dis-ease outbreak. So if another outbreak comes, okay, which they're telling you it is, we know it is. That's one of many of the boogeymen that they're promoting in the news to have people on edge and scared. They're telling you the next one's going to take all kind of people out. The next one's going to be this. The next one, you're going to have to get the this and that. We already know what they're getting ready to do. But in a sense that happens, the next outbreak, certain information is going to be, all right, punishable by going to jail if you're on the internet saying, don't do this, don't do that, take this, don't take that, promoting, the natural cures and stuff like that. Saying don't do this, don't take, because during a technocracy, which they're setting up, okay, the way that the world is going to be governed is by science and technology and people who deal in those fields. So with the next outbreak, just like they did in 2020, they can tell you you got to put this, you got to do this, you got to do that in order to live. See, in order to get on the internet, it's coming. You're going to meet particular, qualifications. And this is what we talk about when we say the straight gate is upon us. Okay? So because of so much misleading information out there, it causes confusion and risk-taking behaviors that can harm health. It also leads to mistrust in health authorities, which that happened big time from 2020 till now, and undermines the public health response. The public health response is going to be what? Juice charagma. That's what's coming. An infodemic can intensify or lengthen the outbreak, so certain information is going to what? Be looked at as helping to forward what they're trying to get rid of. You see? And we'll go deeper into it, Lord willing, later, but this is where we are. It says, with growing digitization and expansion of social media and internet use, information can spread more rapidly. This can help to more quickly fill information voids, but can also amplify harmful messages. All right. So this is, and we know that during the next outbreak, okay, there's already, legislation in play, as they say, woe to them that, oh my goodness, it's off the tip of my tongue. Isaiah 10, decree unrighteous decrees. Okay? Isaiah 10 and 1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Prescribed mean you already wrote it down, but they're just waiting on the right situations, because once another demic is declared, all right, power is going to be given, all right, to technocrats. And we just looked at a website, all right, dealing with technocrats and the whole infodemic thing, which I'll bring out more on this later on, Lord willing. All right. But everybody using the net must be verified by name using digital identity, and she's not even going by her real name. Her real name is Nimarata. Anyway, verified by name using digital identity technology because of threats to national security, according to presidential candidate Nikki Haley, who declared it will be the first thing I do when I get in office. And this is a presidential candidate, right? But, and she's throwing this out there, but this is what they're going to do anyway. This is where it's going anyway. Okay? And if you think Trump won't get in there and because your boy Trump was big on passing surveillance laws that gave them the ability to just surveil the people. So don't think for 1 minute, all right, because a lot of people think he's against the NWO, he's against the small hats. He's for them. He's just within his lot. He's within his order, within the whole grand scheme of things. He's a pawn that they've been using, that they're gonna use, all right, going forward for their particular purpose. Every single person on social media has to verify by name, okay, and that's gonna tie you to your digital ID. That's basically what they're saying. First, that's a national security threat. When you do all of that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, all right, the Iranian bots and the Chinese bots. So basically, if you're supporting Russia, Iran, Chinese, all right, if you're liking posts online, they want it to be tied to who you really are. All right?
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then you're going to get some civility when people know their name is next to what they say.
Accountability.
And they know their pastor and their family member is going to see it. It's going to help our kids, and it's going to help our country.
Yep, your job, everything you're about will be tied to that digital ID. And they have her saying this, all right? And we know she ain't going to get elected. But these are the policies that they're coming with. Again, before they bring them forth, they tell you of them on the left-hand side. Okay, digital ID has emerged as a key plank, all right, of the globalist agenda. And Haley was speaking directly from their playbook. Okay, with a little help from Gil and Melinda Bates Foundation and the Rockefeller Foundation, the UN has plans which will enslave every human being on the planet by 2030. All right? The rollout of worldwide, let's see here. The UN Development Program is launching to accelerate digital ID, digital payments, and data sharing rollouts in 50 countries under the umbrella of digital public infrastructure by 2028. The rollout of worldwide digital IDs is happening right now and will come with a cashless, fully digital payment system, all right, and complete destruction of the illusion of freedom. And this is basically nothing but the Tower of Babel, all right, all over again, all right, where you're going to have to pretty much come up under this banner. And as they've been telling you in the fourth industrial revolution, right? What?
The fourth industrial revolution will impact our lives completely. It will not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume. It will change actually us, our own identity, and of course gives life to such policies and developments like smart traffic, smart government, smart cities. What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation also of governments with business, civil society. And this revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami. And actually, it's not just a digital revolution, it's digital of course, physical with nanotechnology, but it's also biological. And so
Physical, digital, biology. Does anyone know what biology means? Relating to biology or living organism. You're going to be merged, all right, with technology, man. And through this, everything that they're setting up, all right, they'll be able to make a man an offender for a word. Okay? This is where we are. Isaiah 29 and 21, they're making man an offender for a word. That's what they're doing. Okay? That's what AI is set up to track particular words and talking points. You're going to be an offender for that. Remember, telling the truth is outlawed. And it's only going to get worse. And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. This is the snare for us who's out in the gate reproving, man. Okay? And turn aside the just for a thing of naught. And that's ultimately what they're doing. They're trying to turn aside the just, all right, for a thing of naught, man. Even when the needy, what's that scripture? Isaiah 34, I believe. Yep. Isaiah 34, or Isaiah 32 and 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. The cause of the poor is just. Here it is. The poor man is wrong, and he must entreat and beg. But the rich man does all of this evil and wickedness, but he's threatening therewith. He's threatening with all of these plans. Okay? So all of this is going to lead to a time, all right, where this word ain't going to be flowing like that. 2 Esdras 6 and 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. We're seeing that. Businesses closing down. Okay? And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. And what's that trumpet giving a sound? The prophets out there. And people are afraid. These Edomites are afraid. That's why they're moving with such great warp speed to apply this digital system to where they can pretty much just get us out of the way. Get anybody out of the way who's in their way. Okay? Because you best believe that you notice that they're allowing people to say this and that about the small hats. They're just sitting back collecting data and placing everyone in a category. They're getting ready to move. So it could be that a brother, somebody could be knocking at your door in the coming months about particular things we post online. Okay? That's where the enduring unto the end is going to be needed, man. Because the goal and the commandment is to not bow the knee to this man's image. No, you're a lie. The scriptures say endure. What did it say? They shall throw you into prison. Let's get that real quick. And this is what a lot of the leaders of these camps ain't preparing them for. Revelation 2 and 10 in the NLT. Don't be afraid of what you're about to suffer. The devil will throw some of you into prison to test you. You will suffer for 10 days, but remain faithful. Even when facing death, I will give you the crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit hath said unto the churches. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death. And those that overcome are going to reign with Yahushua. And those who will overcome, they were already chosen from the foundation of the earth. Let's finish this off. 2 Esdras 6 and 24. So people are afraid. As these prophecies start coming to pass more, they're going to be even more afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. We're seeing that. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours shall they not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. The end of whose world? Esau's world. That's what it says in verse 9. But the springs of fountain shall stand still. meaning the living waters ain't going to be flowing. Why? Because legislation is going to be passed, okay, that is going to make you an offender for a word. And a lot of it is hidden under this new thing, which Biden, all right, is dealing with. FCC adopts rule to eliminate digital discrimination for communities with poor internet access. Yeah, see, it's always hidden, these hidden agendas, man. Okay, FCC commissioner sounds the alarm about coming Biden takeover of the internet. So, look, the Rockefeller, or what's his name? One of the Rothschild, they already told you that the creation of the internet was one of the worst things that they ever did, because now the truth is coming out on their asses. You see, the truth is ultimately, basically, we're in an info war. And see, the elect, see, a lot of you are bugging out. I missed those controversial videos. I missed the videos where y'all were just cursing out the black woman. I missed the videos where y'all were just, the loud and da 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 da. Well, that had its time. Now it's time for more edification. The Lord has it to where brothers are the teaching style has changed for the purpose of Jake getting rooted in his word, man. That's what's more important. Brothers and sisters are getting the true breakdowns. It's coming out in a way that, look, it's sealing them. Because the bottom line is, once the elect is sealed, Revelation 7 and 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the seed, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So once the elect are sealed, okay, then the destruction is going to come. That's point blank period. So right now it's more about edification, and see, that's where the true believers are going to be drawn in by the word, not by, being entertained. Because that stuff is entertaining, to see people get cut and back and forth and arguments and cursing out the woman. But what's more important, because we've had that time has been, hey, yeah, y'all want to go see, and it happens here and there if the spirit. But the point is now is what? Edification. Okay, that's what the prophets were set up for, man, not to bring a show. That's why the Lord has brothers, all right, focusing more on edification, because look, we're living in the times where you're going to need that. Ephesians 4. In 11, and he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and some teachers. Verse 12 in the NLT, their responsibility is to equip God's people who do his work and build up the church, all right, the body of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. This will continue until we all come to such unity in our faith and knowledge of God's Son that we will be mature in the Lord, measuring up the full and complete standard of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. So there's a bunch of information coming out, like going into Yahweh Shah, going into the first fruits, going into in the beginning, going into what this thing is all about, going into Yahweh Shah's sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? The Lord raised up those new covenant guys, all right, so that we can go more into the aspect of the blood. And see, what's happening is the church is being edified by those things. Why is the Lord doing these things? So that what? The responsibility of the men of the Lord, okay, is to build up that church, man. All right? Because as Paul said, we've been espoused, the church has been espoused to one husband, which is a Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So our job is to keep their minds, all right, in perfect unison, all right, through the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So edification is more important than your goddamn entertainment, man. All right? And when it's all said and done, hey, we fought the good fight, man. And we going to continue, Lord willing. But these devils are getting ready to come down with great wrath. Let's finish it off. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, okay, meaning he's exposed, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child, Israel, the elect, who keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and have the testimony, man. So hopefully I'll edify on to the next, shalom.